have worked in tunneling or in the field of tunneling and especially underground space development for 10 years with the firm Amberg Engineering. We're an underground design firm. And I am also the co-chair of the ITA Committee on Underground Space Use. And with the committee, I've been active for almost 10 years as well, actually 9 years. And I co-lead the committee together with Han Admiral. And we do very exciting workshops and webinars and seminars, and we write papers and we appear at conferences. We have also published a book together, Underground Spaces Unveiled, Planning and Creating the Cities of the Future. Here we see, for instance, the development of Paris Les Halles in Paris, which for us is an example of how underground space developments can lead to tunneling infrastructure, but also connect with the city on top in terms of forming a kind of new form of urbanism. And that's exactly what I'm interested in, because my background is actually in urban planning. So I really look at the topic of underground space planning. How can we enrich our cities by using the underground space and by connecting it with the surface and connecting it with transport infrastructure, with utilities, but also looking at it, how can we make it more sustainable? How can we use energy derived in the subsurface? How can we incorporate energy retrieving structures in our underground structures? So there's a lot of interesting applications that are being researched and developed and that are actually already available now, where that can easily be implemented in our underground structures, and that can really make our cities more resilient and also more sustainable. I'm very pleased to speak to the Tunneling Committee of Brazil. And what I will talk about is tunneling and underground space, past, present, and future. So I will sort of take a look back. What were the early forms of tunneling? But I will not go so much into technical applications, but more how did people actually use underground structures, because they were also used for habitation, and where were they common and why, and how did that sort of form of development lead over into well, then more, of course, technologically advanced underground structures, more bigger projects, deeper projects, and what do we actually find in the underground in our cities these days, and what do we use the underground for? And then I will also give a glimpse into the future. How will the future look like in terms of tunneling in underground space? Will we exploit it? Will we optimize it? Will we plan it strategically? Will we use it to future-proof our cities? Of course, bringing in current examples and applications, and also actually tunneling projects that are well known and some that are less known. But I'm focusing more on especially urban and human and innovative uses. So not so much the standard tunneling infrastructure like transport or utilities, but more what else do we do? How do we derive energy from underground structures? How can we propel our mobility forward with underground structures? How can we make our cities better places to live with underground structures? So I will focus on as well social and environmental factors. From my perspective, I think we're sprawling our cities too much. We're spreading out. We're building, we're paving over everything. And without thinking too much how we're using precious land. And also we want compact cities. We want cities to be resource efficient and energy efficient, and for people to easily reach their destinations, whether it's they have to go to the cafe or the supermarket or the school or their office. And we want to reduce travel time, really. And we want to be cities to be walkable. We want them to be places where people can actually breathe fresh air, and where people can actually sit in a park without being run over by cars or inhale exhaust fumes all the time. So in order to do all that, we must use the underground space intelligently and strategically, because there's so many interesting applications that it's already used for, but that we can even enhance further, that we can optimize. And we can use multifunctional infrastructure in the underground to double up uses and to really make life on the surface more habitable, more livable, more sustainable, and more fun as well for citizens.